Hey there, pesticide pros. Welcome to another exciting journey into the world of pesticide regulation and safety. Bill Nye here, and I'm excited to dive into the world of pesticide regulation with you. You might be wondering why this topic is so crucial. Well, pesticides play a significant role in our daily lives, from the food we eat to the environments we live in. It might not sound as exciting as launching a potato into space, but trust me, this stuff is important. Pesticides help protect our crops from pests, ensuring we have enough food to eat. However, if not used correctly, they can pose serious risks to our health and the environment. Today we're talking about the superheroes of pesticide safety, the regulatory authorities. These are the folks who make sure that pesticides are used safely and effectively, protecting both people and the planet. These folks work tirelessly behind the scenes to make sure pesticides are used responsibly and safely. They set the rules and guidelines that everyone must follow, from farmers to pest control professionals. We're talking about big names like the Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA. The EPA is responsible for regulating the sale and use of pesticides in the United States. They conduct scientific research to assess the risks and benefits of pesticides, ensuring that they are safe for use. The Arizona Department of Transportation, or ADOT. While you might not immediately think of transportation when you think of pesticides, ADOT plays a crucial role in managing vegetation along highways and roadsides, using pesticides to keep these areas safe and clear. The Occupational Safety and Health Administration, or OSHA. OSHA ensures that workers who handle pesticides are protected. They set standards for safe working conditions and provide training and resources to help workers stay safe on the job. And our very own Pest Management Division, or PMD. The PMD oversees the use of pesticides at the state level, ensuring that local regulations are followed and that pesticide applicators are properly trained and certified. Each of these agencies plays a crucial role in keeping our environment, our workplaces, and ourselves safe from the potential harms of pesticides. They work together to create a comprehensive system of checks and balances, ensuring that pesticides are used safely and effectively. Think of them as the referees of the pesticide world, making sure everyone plays by the rules, just like in sports. Having clear rules and fair referees helps keep the game safe and enjoyable for everyone. And just like in any good game, we need to know the rules to succeed. Understanding the regulations and guidelines set by these agencies is essential for anyone who uses pesticides, whether you're a farmer, a pest control professional, or a homeowner. In the next few sections, we'll break down the roles of each of these agencies, exploring how they work together to regulate pesticides and protect public health and the environment. We'll also look at some of the key regulations and guidelines that you need to know. Explore the difference between federal and state laws and how these different levels of regulation work together to create a comprehensive system of pesticide safety. Federal laws set the baseline standards, while state laws can add additional requirements based on local needs and conditions. And learn how to be the best, most responsible pesticide applicators we can be. We'll cover best practices for using pesticides safely and effectively, from selecting the right product to applying it correctly and disposing of it properly. Ready to learn? Let's go. Together, we can make sure that pesticides are used safely and responsibly, protecting our health and the environment for future generations. So buckle up and let's dive into the world of pesticide regulation and safety. All right, let's talk about the law. Now, I know what you're thinking. Laws and regulations can be a bit dry, but stick with me. We're going to break it down in a way that's easy to understand and maybe even a little bit fun. Don't worry, I promise this won't be as boring as watching paint dry. In fact, understanding who calls the shots on pesticides is crucial for everyone, from farmers to consumers. When it comes to pesticides, there are two main levels of regulations, federal and state. These two levels work together to ensure that pesticides are used safely and effectively. The Environmental Protection Agency, or EPA, takes the lead on the federal level. They are the big players in the game of pesticide regulation. They're like the head coach, setting the ground rules for pesticide use across the entire country. Just like a coach, they make sure everyone is playing by the same rules. They decide which pesticides are safe to use, how they should be tested, and what goes on those all-important product labels. This involves rigorous scientific testing and analysis to ensure that the products are safe for both humans and the environment. Now, each state is like a team within the league. While they follow the federal rules, they also have the power to create their own regulations. They can have their own specific rules and regulations that are even stricter than the federal ones. This means that what is allowed in one state might not be allowed in another. Think of it like this. The Environmental Protection Agency says you have to wear a helmet when you ride your bike. This is a basic safety rule that everyone must follow. But your state might say you need a helmet and elbow pads. They are adding an extra layer of safety to protect you even more. See? Same goal, safety, just slightly different approaches. This is how federal and state regulations work together to keep us safe. And here's where things get really interesting: label-driven regulations. These labels are not just suggestions, they are legally binding documents. Remember how the Environmental Protection Agency sets the rules for pesticide labels? These labels contain crucial information about how to use the product safely. Well, those labels are legally binding documents. This means that the instructions on the label are not just guidelines, they are the law. That means following the label instructions isn't just a good idea, it's the law. If you don't follow the label, you could be breaking the law and putting yourself and others at risk. Both federal and state authorities take label compliance very seriously, so always read and follow the label. This is the best way to ensure that you are using pesticides safely and legally. Up next, we're diving deep into Arizona-specific laws and codes. Each state has its own unique set of regulations, and Arizona is no exception. Buckle up, pesticide pros, it's about to get real local. We'll explore how Arizona's regulations differ from federal ones and what that means for pesticide use in the state. In Arizona, agriculture is a significant part of the economy. The state has specific regulations to protect its unique environment and agricultural industry. The Arizona Department of Agriculture plays a crucial role in enforcing these regulations. They work closely with the EPA to ensure that pesticides are used safely and effectively. Arizona's diverse landscape, from deserts to farmlands, requires tailored regulations to address the specific needs and challenges of each area. For example, Arizona might have stricter regulations on certain pesticides to protect its unique ecosystems. These regulations are designed to prevent harm to the environment and public health. Education and training are also essential components of Arizona's pesticide regulations. Farmers and pesticide applicators must undergo training to ensure they understand and comply with the rules. Certification programs are in place to verify that individuals are qualified to handle and apply pesticides. This helps maintain high standards of safety and effectiveness. Enforcement is another critical aspect. The Arizona Department of Agriculture conducts regular inspections and takes enforcement actions when necessary to ensure compliance with the regulations. Community involvement is also encouraged. Residents can participate in public meetings and provide input on pesticide regulations and policies. There are also mechanisms in place for reporting violations. If someone suspects that pesticides are being used improperly, they can report it to the authorities. There are many success stories of farmers and communities working together to use pesticides safely and sustainably. These stories highlight the importance of following regulations and best practices. Looking ahead, Arizona is also exploring innovative technologies and practices to improve pesticide use. This includes precision agriculture techniques and the development of safer, more effective pesticides. Collaboration between federal and state agencies is key to the success of pesticide regulations. By working together, they can address challenges and find solutions that benefit everyone. So, whether you're a farmer, a gardener, or just someone who wants to stay informed, understanding who calls the shots on pesticides is essential. Stay safe, stay informed, and always follow the regulations to protect yourself and the environment.